So I saw something very interesting when I was scrolling through Reddit for some content for today's video, because I am a big content leech to see if I can scour for anything rumors, news related to video game stuff. And I saw something very interesting today towards a new RPG fantasy game from ex-Witcher developers. And they basically made their own new studio, which I want to talk about for today's video with a lot of details towards the new game. Let's talk all about that, so sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with the news. So if there is one franchise I absolutely love, it's The Witcher. I've always praised CD Projekt Red for the storytelling, especially, and the world building. And a lot of CD Projekt Red devs left after Witcher 3 to form their own new studios. And one of those studios is apparently called Rebel Wolves, which I will talk about for today's video. By the way, if you have a good comment of your own that you want to just leave behind, maybe what is your favorite CD Projekt Red game? Can be Witcher 3, Cyberpunk, maybe even Witcher 2. Let me know in the comment section down below and I might feature your comment in the next video. So let's take a look at this very interesting leak that I searched for a little bit for some information, and this information is coming from Kura Kasis, which is a Twitter user. I've never heard of this dude before. I think he's kind of a new insider leaker. I don't know if he is correct, but most of the stuff I think he's posting right here is researchable and you can find it online. Let's take a look. Rebel Wolves, a studio formed by CD Projekt Red veterans, is working on a game potentially titled Dawnwalker Origins, the first title in the Dawnwalker saga. This is based on company's trademarks, recently registered domains, and various statements on their website and LinkedIn. Rebel Wolves recently registered domains Dawnwalker the game and Dawnwalker Origins the game. Okay, so most of this information is based on LinkedIn stuff, so that is pretty reliable. It's not just a rumor of, hey, I heard something. That is pretty interesting, and also some trademarks. More details. It's a story-driven RPG set in a brand new dark fantasy universe built on Unreal Engine 5. PC and next-gen consoles, this probably means PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and it's a offline single-player game. The goal is to revolutionize the RPG genre. IP planned as a saga. So this sounds like a spiritual successor to Witcher. They want to make this a saga, like a Mass Effect, like a Dragon Age, like a Witcher, maybe a trilogy with maybe, I guess, a new set character. I wouldn't be surprised if they are in fact indeed ex-Witcher developers, that they want to take those ideas from The Witcher into a new IP. Probably open world based on this job description, open world elements. The scope of this game will not be as gigantic as The Witcher, but the amount of quests will be, I think, greater than it was in The Witcher. The game size will be close to the Blood and Wine expansion. That's not very weird, especially for kind of like an indie studio, because this is kind of now a new type of studio, or at least at a lower budget. So I do not really expect something immediately like The Witcher 3. That's kind of big for a new studio like this. But still, if you make something like Blood and Wine, Blood and Wine was big. It could basically be its own game almost. So that is a very exciting thing. I think if you can expect a little bit more of a double A budget game at the size indeed of like a Blood and Wine, that's already pretty big for the first attempt. The game features the same content on all platforms with no exclusive items or quests. There are no microtransactions. The game is now entering the alpha stage. Work in progress photo is from pre-alpha. Nearly 100 people worked on the game 3 months ago. In 2022, NetEase became a shareholder in Rebel Wolves, but the studio remains creatively independent. So I know a lot of people are against Chinese influence in their video games. Now, I am kind of different on that because there are a lot of other AAA studios that have some financial backings from Chinese sources and they just stay good games. I even believe, I can be wrong about this, Baldur's Gate 3 also has financial support from Chinese investors, and that's a widely known popular game right now, even winning Game of the Year. So yeah, okay, so I quickly searched it up because I don't want to be wrong with facts here. Tencent owns 30% of Larian Studios, so I know a lot of people are against the fact of Chinese influence, but even Larian is 30% owned by a Chinese company. That's just to say something. It doesn't really need to be the end of the world, I suppose. Trademarks for Dawn Walker were filed in December 2021 in Europe and January 2023 in the USA. Website and LinkedIn, and we also have some art screenshots or like concept art, and also I don't know if this is a leaked image. I will this time show you guys what this image is because I don't think it's now necessary to skip that stuff. I don't think they are coming after me showing this. So you see here a castle kind of city town environment, and it does remind me indeed a bit of Blood and Wine, but more European, northern European inspired, shall I say. A little bit like in the region I live in, not as mountainous because in Belgium, I live in Belgium, there are no mountains like this. But it's like a little bit like France or Spain-ish inspired. That's what I see here, or maybe just other West European or East European countries like Poland inspired. Very gothic church, the building style. Let's take a look at also the concept art for this game. We have the title here, Dawn Walker. It looks like a vampire, so maybe vampires are a big, shall I say, story plot point for this game, which is interesting to me. I'm kind of a bit skeptical on vampire themes because Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is cursed, as we all know, and remember from Arcane Redfall, remember Redfall, that was a train wreck. So I'm not highly anticipating vampire stuff right now, but maybe it is good. It looks like they even have like a kind of vampire inspired banners as well, so that looks pretty interesting to see where this is going. And we see here another monster creature type of thing, looks more like an imp. I don't know how you say this in English. The small goblin imp monster type thing with maybe like an armor as well, so maybe they live in small tribes, something like that. Work in progress. Concept art of a woman. She looks also Northern European inspired to me as well. So they will take a lot of cues, I think, from like Viking-esque Northern European inspiration for a fantasy setting, I think. Interesting stuff here. I'm very curious to see what this game will be and how far it is away as well. If it's now in a alpha stage, I do think this game can maybe release in 2 years time-ish or 3 years. Most of the time, alpha stages for an open world game, maybe 2 to 3 years-ish. And then they need to do a year probably of quality control, bug testing, stuff like that. So maybe we will see this in 2 years-ish. So an announcement maybe next year or the year after that for this game could very well be a possibility. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of a new RPG from ex-Witcher developers that look a little bit also Vampire-X inspired? Let me know in the comment section down below. We didn't get any comments in my leak video, so I'm not going to do a comment of the day. But if you have a good comment of your own, let me know in the comment section down below and I might feature you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you want to see more gaming news, leaks and rumors. I normally do leaks and rumors towards the biggest single player games for PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, you name it. And visit my social media in the description down below. And I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt gaming news video. Bye bye.